Good morning from El Salvador, San Salvador, or San Salvador, El Salvador. So today, we're going to go check out an East African restaurant here. I always, when I go into new countries, I always want to see the fruit, the food scene, the night scene, you know, things that really matter to me. So with me going and kind of seeing where I can set up shop here in Latin America, I want to have a home on every major, I want to have a home in every major continent. And I'm looking right now to see where can that place be here in Latin America. I have one already in North America, have one in Europe, in Africa, and Asia. So what can be Latin America, you know? So today we're gonna go to East African place and maybe see if we can kind of see what the community of Black diaspora here in El Salvador is like. So let's go find out. So the Uber driver dropped me off and I actually went to the wrong place. So this is actually the place that you should go to. So this place is a food court, Zona P, and I guess there's a East African place here. So I bought some food and I'm going to check it out. Hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien.
Bien, bien. So we got some pollo. We got a couple places here. This is the one that we're gonna check out. Oh, they got fufu here. Let's go check it out. Hola. How are you? Doing well, doing well. I saw you on Google, so I said I have to come check you out. Some African food in El Salvador. Nice to meet you too. My name is Eric. Benjamin, nice to meet you. I'm from US, my father's from Ghana.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you Ghanaian?
You look like Ghanaian, right?
You're Ghanaian.
See, yeah, I'm Ghanaian. So I have...
Sanchez Serene, he said, no way, enough is enough. This stupidity because our neighbor...
We can start, we can do, you know, we can grow whatever we want.
He changed it up. Moved on. Otherwise, from the devastation of the earthquake that was in Santa Tecla, it worked. Now, the extension, I don't mind.
So here we got samosas. Samosas.
His parents were from Cuba.
Okay.
But then he opposes even more Cubans. Foreigners mostly started to recognize him. In gastronomic shows. Wow. There are some tenders of gastronomic shows. He was a very good young man, an organizer, but now he decided to incorporate himself in government. So he now organizes.
All right, y'all. So I just got done eating here at my good friend Benjamin's restaurant. I wanted him to introduce you. I want to introduce you to him as well. And first African restaurant that I've seen in El Salvador. In Latin America is my first ones I visited. So it's very good. Putting down the flag for the diaspora of Africa here in El Salvador.
Yes, hello viewers, my name is Benjamin and I'm one of the co-founder of Unapenda Chakula. When I say co-founder, me and my wife. So, how did we start this? This restaurant started as a joke. It wasn't something that we planned that much. It came up after being convinced by my wife to start something, cooking for the public. We started cooking to friends by giving catering services. You could invite us, and you still can invite us to cook for you in your home, offices, parties, birthdays, sweet 16. We still do that. So after cooking from our home for 2 years, when COVID hit, we said, well, we need to get another source of income because so many things have come to close.
Right.
So we said, okay, let's open up a place in Uka, and we got this place by luck. So we started with our business. However, my mom got sick and we had to travel, so we had to close. That really brought us down. The momentum we had picked during COVID came down. But when I came back, we started from zero, we pushed until where we are today.
Wow, that is amazing. So how's the reception been since opening and kind of the growth?
The reception wasn't that much acceptable to the public. It should have been. Because initially when we started cooking from home and then shows, the receptives were people who are traveling, people who have been to other side of the world, and people who have been to US to say, okay, I've eaten from Chinese restaurant, Ethiopian restaurant, I've been to Ghanaian restaurant. So, and that is the smallest number. But when it came to the big public, it was kind of slow, people were hesitant, you could see the negativity. But later on in general, people started to be accepting. They started to accept us. And I would say now, yes, there is a big acceptance. And I thank the public for giving us that opportunity to accept our dishes, to accept our style of cooking. Because the style of cooking, for example, fufu, it's something new, nobody knows of it. The name even sounds weird. It's like, what is fufu? So
what is fufu, right?
we prepare it until somebody tastes it, it's like, oh, it's so lovely, I like it. Pork, there's a stigma in the country. There's a big percentage of people that does not eat pork because of what happened long ago. And here the pork is eaten without the skin. But in Uganda and most African countries, we love the skin of the pork. So I'm preparing it authentically, exactly as it's supposed to be prepared. So when people come here and they see the skin, it's like, oh, something
cultural different a little bit.
But people have accepted it because of the flavors it comes with. It has become one of the favorite dishes.
Wow. You know, that's such a big deal because I think having a restaurant, you know, in the Western countries, you see a lot of mix of different places and cultures, but in a non-Western country, you don't really see that many mixing, and that's why when I was fortunate to find your restaurant, I was so surprised. I was like, wow, there's another African brother here in El Salvador. So how about maybe speak to a little bit about maybe the different people that have come by your restaurant, or maybe kind of noticed that you were here?
You know, through YouTube, through Facebook, through Instagram, and the word of mouth, different people have been able to come here. Just recently, here, I've had people from Japan. I have people from Korea who have been here, people from Liberia, people from Trinidad, people from around the Caribbean, even Africans come here and they're like, I can't believe there's an African place. Different people, including also dignitaries from different areas. I'm not going to mention that I've had big people like judges, high court judges, been here. I've had some high court ranking, rather high ranking military people working here. Different positions in the country.
Wow.
Who have managed to come and try to test the food, mayors and so on.
That's so amazing, and I guess we can kind of also talk about your passion. Where the idea of the restaurant and
the idea of the restaurant, as I was explaining to you earlier, it started with my wife. You know, winning my wife, I used to cook a lot for her, But then she was like, why don't you cook for the public? Your food is really good. And I was so skeptical because of the stereotype. I was like, I don't think people will accept. She said, it costs you nothing, try. So we started cooking from home. And later we joined shows. Shows were like the springboard for us. But still, it didn't bring in a lot of public like you would have expected. Like when you go to a pupuseria and you see, wow, this place is full. But you don't blame the public because once you say African food, people are like, what is he going to cook? They think of all the nasty things, what they've seen on National Geographic, and what the Western media normally bombard them with. These people eat monkeys, these people eat elephants, these people eat lions. So it took them time because I remember one incident, a guy, when we were in a show.
Oh, is that my phone?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, it's okay.
A guy came and like, you're selling us lion meat. I said, how can you imagine of that? Where would you get lion meat in this country?
Right.
Two, a lion is not a cat. That's something you just walk in and slaughter
Cut it.
You have
a fight.
Either to sacrifice your life to get just a chunk out of that. So with education, people started to know that, okay, this is the real meats we have from the country: pork, chicken, cow meat, goat meat, that they are prepared. The only difference is the style of the preparation, the cuisine. It's not like the Western is not like, but it's typical African way of cooking. So we started with chicken, pork, and meat. The people here love the breasts, but I prefer to cook drums or the thigh.
Yeah.
Why do I love the thigh? Because chicken is not bred in the way or farmed in the way we farm back home. Back home, in order to eat chicken, it has to have stayed, or hen, it has to have stayed for 4 years. But as you know, today industrialized system, it stays for 3 or 2 months.
Yeah, quick.
So I don't like the chicken breast. Because of the process.
Yeah.
I prefer to cook the thigh. The thigh looks to be more healthier, but with the bone or the stick, the way it is. So that was what we introduced into the market. People are like, oh, because they only used to have the drum, the thigh, or the campero fried on barbecue. Yeah. So it took them time also to accept that. Because every time we had it, was like, you don't have the breast? No. I don't have pechuga, okay, they have intentar. So that was new. Then pork. Pork with the skin, it's not easy to find, but when you find it, you prepare it, everybody, pero tiene grasa.
They don't want it.
They don't want it, but say try it. If you like it, you can come the next day. So they tried it. Me gusta, es bueno sabor. Totalmente diferente. So slowly, so people started to tell another person and say, look, it's something different, but it's so delicious. So they started to come in. The way we make the pinchos was also different from the normal pinchos. So people accepted it. Now, I've been forced to make some changes because people don't have time. Especially in the area where we are. Yeah. Most people have 30 minutes of lunch.
Oh, okay, so quicker.
So they need food for yesterday. And because of that, we try to improvise. So I have to remove the bone from the thigh so it looks flat. As you saw your dish, the way it was prepared in 30 minutes is ready, you have to go. those are some of the changes that we've been forced to adapt for the people to, be within the range of what they need to.
What about the flavor, and also, since they're used to one cuisine style, have you had any fusions or changed anything?
No. Initially, it came to mind that I would change, but people who have been here, like from Pakistan, people who have been to Kazakhstan, people who have traveled around the world, they've advised me. There's one gentleman in particular, even he put it in his Instagram review. Keep it the way it is. If you change it to have a fusion, you would lose the authenticity of the dish.
Right.
So I've kept it exactly. These recipes are between my mom and my grandma. So I keep them dearly to me, and I have to keep them the way they used to cook.
That's awesome.
And that's how people are accepting it.
That is great. Well, this is a great restaurant. Where in the area can people find your restaurant? Where's it close to? I'll put the location in here.
People are finding me through YouTube. I've had some prominent YouTubers who have been here, so people are always checking. I have Chivo Gringo. He's from Britain. Right now he's traveling in Africa. In fact, he's the very YouTuber who happened to be here the first time.
Oh, first time.
And through him, he marketed me to so many YouTubers globally. I don't know what he did, that his videos were viewed from people from around the world. I've seen people from Japan who come, I saw you on YouTube when I was in Japan. Really? Okay. Yeah, this is Chivo Gringo. I saw that video. People from US, Canada, UK, they've been like coming under
tons of people
because of that. Then later we had some prominent YouTubers from El Salvador, Adam, Frank. They came in, Gabi from Guatemala, and all other YouTubers who have come, Daniel from US. They've been promoting me through their videos. But also we have marketing on Instagram.
You have a Facebook page and an Instagram page, so they can find that. I'll link that in the description too.
Yes. So in order to find us, you can go to Unapenda Chakula. The way the restaurant name is. Once you type in Unapenda Chakula, or the easiest way in El Salvador, just type in African food.
African food in Google. That's what I did.
First people to come in, because we're the only all the way to Argentina.
Wow.
From Mexico to Argentina, we're
the only one
African restaurants.
Wow.
For the moment. Yes.
That is amazing.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for your hospitality, your food.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Amazing. Yes. And the next time I'll be back in El Salvador, I'm definitely coming back.
It will be good to see you again.
All right. Thank you.
Bring in as many people as you can, and viewers, you are always welcome. The place is welcoming, and the experience you will have, you'll never forget it. The food is really cooked to the original of African way, Ugandan way. Now, when I talk of African way, it's because we have some extra dishes which are similar. For example, fufu. In the West, they call it fufu, but in Central and in East Africa, we call it posho. So that's the only difference. But we call it cassava posho. That's what they call it fufu. And we have maize posho that can be prepared through maize. There are some international dishes from different parts of the world, but rather in Africa, but we've not yet been able to prepare them yet, unless somebody has ordered for that dish. Awesome. We have a bit of everything.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for your time, and hopefully a lot of you viewers will come out here and enjoy the food as well. All right.
It's a pleasure.